How to cut the cords of the soul's attachments. Following are the ways to cut the cords of the soul's attachments in order to release it. Practice Tidiksha, the art of remaining even-minded while watching and analyzing bodily changes during extreme heat, during severe cold, during a fever. While suffering from a head cold, concentrate on the nasal cartilage and mucous membrane. During pain from a wound or other bodily affliction, don't try to ignore it. Watch it as a diminishing feeling of sensation, manifesting to you only as a matter of knowledge. You will find that the greater your knowledge about its specific nature, the less will be the feeling of pain associated with it. Thus learn to distinguish between knowledge of a bodily condition reported by the sensation of pain and the terrible fear, or agony, that is self-inflicted by the idea habit of pain, during a sorrowful state of mind, during the state of mind when it is overjoyed to possess a longed-for object. It teaches endurance and an objective non-attachment, and thereby produces a super-feeling, a superconscious phase of consciousness, by which changing bodily conditions are looked upon with an academic interest, and the restless excitement of sensations is neutralized. Analyze and feel how the sensations of color and form, sounds, odors, tastes, and touch are transmitted through the channel of the nerves to the optical, auditory, olfactory, gustatory, and tactual centers in the brain. Watch the stimulus proceed from the tympanum as an auditory vibration in the nerves, or a vibration of taste proceeding from the mouth, as when eating tasty curries, or tactual vibrations coming from stimuli on the outer surface of the body. Feel the movements of the diaphragm, the expansion and deflation of the lungs, the beating heart. Feel the circulation in the body. It is strongly felt after a leg or hand has been asleep. It can also be felt rushing to the brain during anger or other emotions. A man of keen perception and concentration can feel even normal circulation. Learn to cause movements in each muscle individually through muscle will exercise. Analyze the sensation of thirst. Then drink hot or cold water and follow the sensation from mouth to throat, through the esophagus to the stomach. Watch the body states during a 24-hour fast. Then observe how food goes into the system. Feel the closing of the epiglottis as the food passes over it and into the alimentary canal. Feel the movement of the stomach. Feel the peristaltic action of the intestines. Notice how smelling salts or perfumes strike the olfactory region, stir the brain cells into action, and become elaborated into perception and conception. Try this with various odors and tastes. Feel the immediate thoughts generated by a given sensation. See if you can separate sensation, perception, and conception. Try to distinguish between a given sensation and the memory of it through association of ideas. That is, try to distinguish between the flavor of a specific apple and that of previously tasted apples. Don't mix the two. Distinguish music, apart from its variations and undulations, the feeling engendered by it through the different notes, from lower to higher, its general vibrations on the tympanum and on the whole body surface, its effect on the breath, and on the inner walls of the body, and its transmission through the tympanum to the brain. Feel the sensation of the ingoing and outgoing breath in the lungs. Observe how breathing is affected by your surroundings, your thoughts, your actions. Conversely, scrutinize the thoughts and feelings generated in you by changes in the depth or rhythm of the breath. Be aware of the perfect state and sense of well-being during good health. If pain of disease comes, before crying out, try to analyze what it is. Strive to separate the physiological malfunction from the mental process that translates sensation into pain through the habit of fear and imagination. Above all, the greatest method is to hold more and more to the calm, breathless, conscious, powerful state that follows a long period of concentrated prayer, or deep positive thinking, or repetition of hymns or affirmations, or, highest of all, meditation, stilling body and mind with the self-realization, Yogoda Satsanga, technique of concentration, merging the consciousness with the sound of AVM, and magnetizing the spine and brain by practice of Kriya Yoga. When the heart and breath are calm, when the heaviness of body weight disappears and you feel light, when sensations are neutralized and the mind is still, the soul begins to know itself as existing apart from the body. The object of all the foregoing practices is to separate the soul from matter. Sensations must be of intellectual interest, with non-attached feeling. You must be able to completely disassociate and distinguish your own existence and happiness from the pleasant or unpleasant feelings of your senses and other bodily experiences. When you change the center of consciousness, perception, and feeling from the body and mind to the soul, your true, immortal, transcendental self, you will have the yogi's mastery over life and victory over death.